Today I'm gonna walk through how I built a treehouse that looks kind of like the Adventure Time treehouse in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Here's how I built it. Okay, I do recognize that I messed up here and I started decorating before I recorded. See, if you look in the map, I just got so carried away with flattening my island, really. I've taken all of the water out, and then I started making a maze, and then I was like, well, where am I gonna put my tree house? That's gonna be a thing. And then I made the cliff, and then I needed to get the tree standees, and then I just made the entire tree house. So I'll take you for a tour. I've got my little tree base here with a fake ladder. The ladder is really back here, and I have a storage shed and a few trees back here. Of course, the boat at the top there, and then a few more trees, a bush, couple bushes, all the way around, just like that. And of course, if you come up here, there's ample space and leaves on the ground because this is a tree, naturally. The problem is, it doesn't exactly look like the tree house from the show. I don't really know what else to do about that though. I can't do everything, you know what I mean? Animal Crossing is so limited. But if we look at the real picture of the Adventure Time house, there's like 4 main trees with, of course, the main middle tree. I'm realizing the boat is a little off center, so I might have to fix that and make the boat off center as well. But if you look at the bottom, there is a house at the bottom. So I am going to use the storefronts. This is my excuse. I'm going to use the storefronts to cover up my mistakes. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my storefront right there. I think that looks pretty decent. Next up, I'm going to put the other transportation stop. Ignore the weird cliffs. That's just gonna be there for a while. We're gonna switch it around so that it faces the other way. I don't want people sitting on it. Don't care for that. We're gonna move it around. Okay. That sort of fills it out a little more. The one thing I'm not really sure I like is this area right here. Because the storefront is covering the cliff on that side, but nothing is covering the cliff on this side. So I'm gonna move this back a little more, and I'm gonna see if I have an extra custom design to put here. And I do. Or actually, should I display this one? I know it doesn't fit exactly, but that's kind of fun, I guess. Looks like more tree. All right, now how does that look? Awful. That looks awful. That looks terrible. I regret everything. We'll switch it back to just the plain sky one. Although I don't like that. But whatever, I guess you have to do what you gotta do. Pushing it all the way back. Okay, that fits a lot better. Now, does it look better? It does look better. It looks decent on this side, I guess. Maybe we'll put a bush there? Or is a bush standee or something? Let's see, I don't have any of my tools. Oh, we'll put an actual tree there. Okay, let me get out some of my tools, because I conveniently left those inside. I'm gonna get out some fruit as well, because we are gonna start digging up some trees. But before we do that, I'm gonna move this boat so that we can see it a bit better. And to do that, I'm gonna get out my ladder. Good. And then I'm opening my phone to start up my Island Designer app. Now you'll really be able to see how I worked the back here. First up, I need to create some cliffs on this side. So the first thing I did was I built enough cliff so that I could build the house on there. And then from there, I built backwards. And I knew I wanted to put the boat up there because Adventure Time has a boat at the top of their treehouse. So I knew I wanted to do that. I just didn't know exactly how I wanted it to look. So I thought I'd start by putting at least the upper cliff. So here you can see the back a little bit. I'm just building out a little bit of the cliff just so we can have some leeway and building stuff. Cool. That looks pretty decent. Now I'm gonna build more cliff up this way so that I can access the boat. Now I'm gonna delete this just for now, and I'm gonna get up to the yacht. This is the yacht that's the closest that I could find. It works. And you know what? Now that we are gonna have to have a little bit of extra space on this side, it might be nice to have a tree standee over there. So I might go into my storage and get that out. Oh, and I have to go down here for a second. Hold on. So we have to build a cliff down here so that we can build a cliff up there, because the down here cliff supports the up there cliff. So yeah. What should I get out? I'm gonna get out my tree standee. There we are. Yeah, so as you can see, we're gonna build another cliff back here just to extend that yacht so that we can maybe see it a bit better. That's the hope, that you can actually see it. But before we do that, I'm gonna place my tree standee. We're gonna push it all the way over. Perfect. And then we're gonna replace the yacht. Beautiful. Now, let's fingers crossed, hope that we can actually see it from the bottom here. When I look up at the front, we should be able to see it. Not really. Not really at all. I'm wondering though if you can even see it up here. Oh, kind of. It really needs to be over though. Maybe like even 2 spots. Okay, we're gonna extend the cliff and just see what that looks like. I don't want this to be too cliff heavy, because this is a tree house, not a cliff house. So it shouldn't look like a cliff. But I also want it to be layered, so, you know, you can only do so much. I'm so limited with Animal Crossing, but we're gonna make it work. I'm so determined. So I then spent the next amount of time trying to work out how to make this cliff extend, and also where we could eventually see the yacht. And it was so hard to put this yacht down. It just refused to put it where I wanted it to put it. I had to keep using the ladder to go down the cliff and then put up a cliff again, then come back up the cliff, then put down, and annoying. But finally, I placed the yacht. Thank you. Finally. Okay, that's as far over as I think I'm willing to put it. Please tell me that you can see it from down here. Okay. It's a lot lower than I expected it to be. A lot lower than I expected it to be. There's no way to put it up higher. I really don't like that cliff either. I know I do have that section where I can put the custom design down and it would look like a branch. Let's see how that would look. Okay, I wanted this one. Problem is, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to push it without making another cliff. All right, we'll do it. We'll make the other cliff, because apparently this is what it takes to make a stupid tree house. Okay, then we're gonna push this in so that kind of covers the cliff. Then we're putting in a tree standee. No! Yes! Push it in. Okay, that's as much as it goes in. Let's look at it from down below. Ooh! Very tree-like. I do like that. From up above. I kind of like it. It looks very tree-like. Okay, now to do something about this cliff back here. So now we can demolish this, take this down. Don't need none of that. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave that like that. And because of this, I'm gonna put the storage shed that used to be there this way. So now to cover the cliff. Yes, it works. There we go. Push it all the way back there. Good, good. So now we have this weird blank cliff back here. And I know that I can demolish a lot of the cliff above, but before I do that, I just want to check. I know I can put in some bushes. So I'm gonna go dig up some bushes and maybe a few fence. Okay, pick up a few fence. Cool. Green mums in front of the house. Brilliant. Now I can climb up the cliff. I can open my shovel for my cliff shovel, and I can demolish these two back here. I think I'm just gonna leave that blank. I'll let it fill with weeds, apparently. Then, gonna get out my shovel, my regular shovel. Excuse me. Hello? I just want to plant a bush. Plant a bush. Another bush. There's a bush over there, so I think we fine on that front. Beautiful. Climb down the cliff again. Get out my shovel, my cliff shovel, and demolish the cliffs that were helping us. So we don't need any of these. Okay. That looks better. You can see the boat just a bit better now. And it looks like a tree from like all angles, except for that one. So we'll do something about that eventually. I think that it'll end up being things like this to cover the sides, and lots of tree standees, and then probably also trees. But for now, I know we have one more bush, so I'm just gonna plant that bush right there. That seems like a good spot. We're gonna climb up this, kick that as well. Plant our green mums. Excuse me? Why not? What? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why can't I dig there? Ugh, that is frustrating. Okay, so that's an appropriate dig site. So I'll put my green mum there, I guess. We'll put the other custom designs back down. I guess we'll put the green mum right here. Okay, so now that I'm looking at it, the tree is a little dark. It's a little dark for a tree house that's supposed to look like, you know, neon green. Let's go talk to Nook and see what he's got to say about all that. Hello. Yeah. Oh, I just speed ran Happy Home Paradise. So now I can remodel the homes of the villagers. Woohoo! This is good news because now I can give each villager their individual palaces that they belong to. I'm gonna do as good of a job as I possibly can. Although, you know, again, it's Animal Crossing. Okay, I want to customize my home. Yes, please. Let's see if we can find a better design than this. I don't think that there is one, because when I tried to find one myself, this was the best I could find. So this is the thatchiest of the roofs. All the other roofs don't really match the thatch, you know? Sorry, they don't really look like an actual tree, which is what I was aiming for, obviously. Oh, this has a thatch, but this thatch isn't the same style as the other one. I don't like it as much. There is this green, but arguably just as dark as the one that actually looks like a tree, you know? So that's the thing, is I do want it to look like a tree. This might be a bit better in terms of like, it's more green. That's more green, but then that kind of looks weird. Then that makes it all look weird. Maybe it doesn't matter too much if it looks like stone. I just think that looks too dark. But then looking at these other ones, they all look dark. They all look so dark. Except for the shingles, the tiles. You know, but then there's also no green siding for this that would work, that would look appropriate. So I think this truly is the best call. I think I did as well as I could have done to make it look like an actual tree house, you know? Do I want to do anything else? I've tried to move Kiki's house to be on the rocks because she lives in a cave. Marceline lives in a cave. And I thought that would work, but it did not. Animal Crossing does not allow you to build on the rocks. They said it's too structurally unsound, and I'm upset about it. So I don't know where I'm going to put Kiki in relation to all of that. Yeah, so I guess we'll just, while we're at it, let's move Jambette to her peninsula. No, I just wanted to move her. I just wanted to relocate her. And we'll talk infrastructure so that we can move Jambette. Nice. Now I have Jambette's house in my pocket. I'll go put her on the peninsula, and then we'll get to designing more. Wait, don't tell me I can't build here. What do you mean I'm too close to the water? It's perfect. Stop lying to me. Ugh, this sucks booty. Fine. Fine, she'll be on the beach right here. What do you mean I'm too close to the ledge? Ugh. What do you mean? I'm so far away. Holy. All right. Well, there is where I accidentally muted the mic. So this is a fine place for Jambette. I'm upset. I'm disappointed that the peninsula didn't work out, especially because that's where I put my house last island I did, and it was my house, so it was even bigger than the villager homes, and so I don't know why this isn't gonna work out for Jambette, but it's fine. It's fine. The beach works. It's fine. Maybe we'll just extend Slime Kingdom a bit. I don't know. I've planned out where all the villagers go because it works out with the way the map works out. But I'm realizing we're gonna need to take some liberties. We're gonna need to be lenient on certain things. All right, so now that we're back at the treehouse, let's just take a look again. I'm still not exactly happy with where the boat is, and I might end up getting out some custom designs instead of tree standees or instead of the yacht. I might just end up saving a boat custom design and putting it up there somewhere. But for now, I'm gonna pull out another transportation stop and another storefront, maybe a mountain standee, get out a brick well. I know they have that at their house. I think that's it for now. And then let's place those things. I know that we're gonna need to eventually build a pond here, and of course like this little walkway that they have in Adventure Time. But I'm gonna wait on that. That's gonna take a backseat priority. First, let's cover up these cliffs. Let's make these cliffs look fine and decent so that it doesn't actually look like a cliff and it looks like a treehouse. Okay, I'm thinking I like the storefront in the front because of the design, but the transportation stop looks better because it looks more filled out. What if I did that? Oh, no, that's too far. There is a gap there. Is it gonna bother me? Let's go get some trees and see how they look there. We'll eat two coconuts. We'll pick up these 2 trees. And then we'll run back and we'll place one of our hardwood trees right here. Hopefully this will kind of block that weird little gap there. Oh, wow, yeah. Ooh, I kind of like it there. And then another tree right here. That is pretty nice. I know that they're all separate trees, but you know, I can only do so much. What if I built up back here a little bit and put a tree up there? It's possible because of the space right there. There's a space. I put some cliff behind it. But first, I want to go get another hardwood tree, which means I need to eat another coconut, pick up the tree, run back, get out my cliff shovel, and we're gonna build one right there, right here, and then 2 more on this side, okay? Get out my ladder, climb the cliff, get out my shovel again, and we're gonna build 3 cliffs just right here. And you know what? We're gonna round off those edges because we're fancy. Let's get out that ladder again and cross our fingers, hope and pray that we can fit a tree just right there. It is a peach tree. Do I want to put a peach tree up there? I don't think so. Cool, I just did that. Okay, we're gonna pick that tree up and we're gonna go get an actual hardwood tree. At least we know it works. Let's pick up this tree, which means another goddamn coconut. Get out the ladder, climb up again, get out the shovel. Okay, now put in the hardwood tree. Cool. Eventually, we can probably put some flowers up there, but that's not really that important right now. And then we're gonna get out my shovel again, and we're gonna round off these edges, and we're gonna go look at it from the front. Can we even see it? Nope. Pointless. Contributed? Nothing. We love to see it. You can't even see it from the corners. Hilarious. It'll just be like a nice little thing as you walk behind it, I guess. It'll look fuller. Then we'll plant my peach tree right here, because then I can actually get the peaches, you know? What if I look at it from up here? No, that's just the standee from before. LOL. Okay, so this is the treehouse. It's looking pretty decent, if I do say so myself. Looking like an Animal Crossing-ified treehouse. We'll tackle the inside at a different time, because then we're gonna have to go through all the 4 rooms, and that's just gonna be a whole thing, and I don't have any of the wallpaper that would be appropriate, because it's a treehouse, you know, and I need tree-like wallpaper, and right now I don't even know. But I would say that this is a pretty decent start for an Animal Crossing island. So we're just gonna do a little celebration. We're gonna hop out of my Island Designer app so that we can just appreciate this in its true fullness. It looks so good. I'm really, really impressed and proud of this thing. And if you want to see more, which I really think you should, follow me, subscribe, and you could come see the next build, which will probably be my slime build with Jambette. Or maybe my ice mountain with the Ice King with Hugh. Or maybe I'll even start my Candy Kingdom. I don't know. I'm so excited. Come back and we'll see you next time. Bye.